Hey guys, welcome to today's training session with Canyon-Eisberg. If you joined in yesterday, you would have seen that there was more of a structured workout with the guys, and that was devised by their team manager, Tim Elverson. Now today's a bit more chilled. The idea is that we're going to be doing 45 minutes, bit of a cafe ride, guys, all right? Nothing too serious. We're just going to be trying to keep it around 2.5 watts per kilo for everyone. And then the last 15 minutes, we're going to see if we can keep up with these guys. We're going to go on a race, and the idea will hopefully be to see how us mere mortals fare against these highly trained specimens. So we've got the three of the guys that were here last night. Max isn't with us tonight. We've got Rory Townsend here. We've got Ryan Christensen, and we've got Harry Tanfield on the end, who's complaining again. I think he's been dropped.
Yeah, I've been dropped too.
He's been dropped. So we're just tapping along at the moment, guys. It's all pretty chilled. Anyone that's watching the live stream, please do get your questions in, and we'll ask the riders any that they have. It's really a bit of an open forum today, guys. Whatever you want to chat about, just let us know, and we'll ask the riders. Yesterday it was a little bit more difficult for the guys because it was a proper training session. So there were lots of segments when they were in the hurt house. So today should be a little easier. Now, what's going on, guys, at the moment? Ryan's complaining about his power meter. Rory seems pretty comfortable. Yeah, he said he's fine. And then Harry, I think, Harry Tanfield, Tour de Yorkshire stage winner, second at the British National Time Trial Championships. He's been dropped already. Okay, let's try and get some questions in then, guys, for the Canyon-Eisberg team. Remember, we're just chilling at the moment. 2.5 watts per kilo. Keep it there, guys. Keep it there. I'm in 26 at the moment, not too bad. Who's out front? Is that Ryan?
No, it's well off the bat.
Oh, Ryan and Harry are well off the bat, yeah.
Harry's starting to get back on.
Oh, I see that. Okay, Harry's about to get back on. Close the gap, close the gap. Okay. And we got some questions in, guys. Obi, are you all right with the mic?
Yeah,
Very good. Now, I guess today, guys, we should talk about the announcement coming out of the Tour of Britain. And that was that Chris Froome and Tour de France winner Geraint Thomas are going to be riding this year. This is very big news. Now, Canyon-Eisberg are obviously a continental team, and if you joined in last night, you will have heard that there are only 4 spots available to continental teams at the Tour of Britain. The rest of the 14 spots are taken up by World Tour teams and Pro Continental teams. So continental level is, I guess it's the 3rd level of professional cycling. Canyon-Eisberg, UK-based continental team. So guys, let's talk about that news then, about Froome and Thomas doing the Tour of Britain. How does that change things up for you guys? I mean, pretty much the biggest names in world cycling at the moment. What do you think, Ryan?
I also see Wout Poels doing it. So, and he kind of implied that he was going to be the GC leader. So, be interesting to see how they are before for the world champs.
By the way, guys, if you've just tuned in, we are on our Thursday group ride with professional continental team Canyon-Eisberg. So today's ride, just to reiterate, it's a slightly more relaxed, chilled one for 45 minutes. And then it's going all out for the last 15 minutes to see how strong these guys are and see if we can keep up with them. So let's keep it, the idea is to keep it all around 2.5 watts per kilo for the first 45. I've been dropped, the power's gone, I'm now back on. And if you're watching on the live stream, guys, on Canyon-Eisberg's page or the Cycling Pulse page, then do get your questions in. These are obviously professional athletes in our midst. They've got bags of experience and advice, so let us know. So yeah, the big news coming out today was Chris Froome and Geraint Thomas will be riding the Tour of Britain, as will Canyon-Eisberg. The event kicks off on the 2nd of September. Let's get Harry's thoughts on that one. Harry, Tour de Yorkshire Stage winner, what do you reckon?
What about skydiving?
About Froome and Geraint Thomas.
Oh. Well, it was already going to be nails anyway, so I guess it's going to be ridiculously hard now.
So, do you have any indication yet how Sky are going to set themselves up? Who's going to be going for the overall?
Yeah, maybe Wout. I don't know, really. I guess they'll just try to ride everyone off the wheel and put 3 guys up the front. So they've got options then. I would think. Not too sure.
The group's splitting a bit. I think everyone at the front. It's because my power went out. So is that Tim Elverson?
Yeah, that's Alison.
Right.
Like true gentlemen, he's dropped back for him.
So I'm currently riding with Tim Elverson, Canyon-Eisberg's Director Sportive, to get back on. If everyone else could ease up a tad, and we'll try and get the group back together. That's better. Tim's sitting on my wheel. That's it. It's very smooth on these trainers, isn't it? These are the Wahoo kickers, direct drive trainers. They've also got the climb on the front, which simulates the gradient changes. But this is a pretty flat course. We're just riding Watopia today. I think it's the flat route on Watopia. Are we getting back on a bit? This chap, let's get on this guy's wheel. And we'll try and get back on. Someone stopped just there. That was Ryan Christensen from Canyon-Eisberg. What's up, Ryan?
I'm coming back for him.
He's coming back.
He just snapped his chair.
So is this your role at the races then, Ryan? You got to drop back for the GC guy?
Somewhat I roll.
Somewhat.
Here I can get me a ball.
That's it. Okay. We're getting back on. There's Ryan. He's in front of me. We're nearly on. That's it. Getting back. So what happened to this 2.5 watts per kilo, guys?
Yeah, where am I? Still, the new race, they just pushing off.
Pushing on.
Oh, I just come down.
Little climb there, is there? Keep it on. We're nearly on. Who is it? It's me, Ryan, Tim. Here we go. Here we go. So how are your guys' legs then from yesterday's session? That was a pretty hard one. Harry, Ryan?
I'm pretty sore. And, 3 days of holiday training, there's not much time for rest in between. So, yeah, see how it goes. Nice, easy one today.
Yeah, I thought when I woke up this morning, I thought I'd ridden a 1.1 yesterday. I did 2.5 hours on the turbo this morning and feel alright actually.
You can't get these guys off it.
Getting back. I think it loosened them off, which is good. So yeah, it'd be nice to get back to used to doing some actual riding now. So some big days this week.
So during the regular season then, Harry, how often are you on the trainer during the week?
Depends on the weather really. Sometimes if it's bad on a morning and it's going to be clear at lunch or whatever, then jump on pre-breakfast just for 40 minutes or an hour. Just do like a lap of Watopia or a few, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally on the road in the summer, but in the winter time obviously it's pretty grim, so a lot more turbo action in the winter than in the summer. Yeah.
Now, Harry's obviously from Yorkshire. Yorkshire gets pretty grim, doesn't it, in the winter, Harry?
Yeah, I mean, last winter, because I was riding track so much, it just meant that I wasn't really on the road, really. We were doing a lot of indoor stuff on the velodrome, so generally I would just jump on the turbo in the house, and we all had a shared account to try and boost Tipper's XP. So yeah, we were doing a bit of boosting between the KGF boys, which could be illegal, I'm not sure. Good fun though.
Harry, let's talk about the British Nationals time trial. You finished second behind Geraint Thomas and ahead of time trial veteran, bit of a legend, Alex Dowsett. How was that?
Yeah, a bit of a shock really. Didn't expect to beat Alex. So obviously I just wanted to try and get on the podium, but yeah, to come away with that, I was buzzing. Did not expect that. Obviously I didn't have a radio, so I wasn't getting any time checks, so it was just a surprise at the finish, which was a pretty nice surprise.
How long was the route?
40k. Yeah, it was pretty much 40k.
And was it hilly?
Rolling. It wasn't half as hilly as Euros, but a little bit over half as hilly. So I think it was still like, it might have been a 50k average.
Yeah.
Or close to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was definitely like 30 mile an hour.
So
maybe 30.5.
How do you approach that mentally? So what, it's 30 minutes of pain?
No, it was like 50 minutes.
50 minutes?
50 minutes, yeah.
Right.
But in the lead up to it, I'd done a lot of time trials, like a lot of 10 miles, a lot of 25-mile time trials. So I was used to the sensation of riding at 400 watts for a long time. So, and I got a chance to get up there early on the course, so I got to see the course a lot. And it was 3 laps as well, so it wasn't like it was just down a dual carriageway or anything. It was technical, some real tight, like 90-degree corners.
Yeah.
And like, if you got it wrong, like, you were in the hedge, because it was just on single track roads. So we did a lot of practicing on improvised close roads that we sort of made ourselves, and there was a lot of time to be gained potentially over the course of the full TT, when you think there's a good 10 or 15 like decent corners, and if you lose a second on each one, that adds up. So made sure I had that nailed. Obviously, like, nearly stacked it on one lap, but didn't put it in the hedge. So yeah, got lucky in that sense. I mean, I did. I remember overcooking one of the corners and did an endo around the corner. Just grabbed the front brake because I was going too quick, and nearly stacked it, but didn't. So
you made it through.
Yeah, made it through. And
so
yeah, there were a lot of risks being taken.
So for any aspiring time trialists, Harry, what are your top tips for the race of truth?
Obviously, it depends what you're riding. If you're trying to ride British Nationals, then it's going to be technical. But if you're just the average tester going down a duel and back every day or every week, whatever, there's not a lot of technical about it. So research the wind direction. Make sure you know if it's a head out or a tail back or whatever, and apply your power wisely relative to the wind or the gradient, I would say.
Mentally though, what's the mindset?
Don't know really. You wouldn't have entered it if you didn't want to do well in it, so if you've entered it and you're thinking, why the hell am I here, then don't enter another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you obviously entered it with a goal of a time, or, you know, a lot of it is hung up around time, so like you got to have that goal in your mind and try and work towards it, and you know, set it as an achievable goal. When you've achieved it, then go for another goal, whether it be time or power. So yeah, you just got to work towards manageable goals. That's probably the best way of putting it.
What about when you're up against someone like Alex Dowsett with all his pedigree? How does that come into things?
I didn't focus on it at all. I know that like Garai did, and Dave Brailsford and that, they do a lot of research, obviously like on Alex and on me, and I didn't do any research into the other guys because it's my race and what they do is out of my control, so that's not important. It's just about me going quick on the day, so I just do everything that I can to make that happen.
How important are things like the right bike, the right clothing, the right helmet for a time trial?
Yeah, it's the top, it's that 1 or 2%, which obviously at elite level is making a big difference. But if you just you know, if you can still put 20 watts on your threshold with training, then that's got to be better than dropping $1,000 on a new wheel, you know, which fortunately Canyon give us some really quick bikes.
So which bike were you using for that?
Speedmax, top of the range, Canyon Speedmax. So yeah, obviously at an advantage over some guys, but then when you're racing Alex and G, you know, they've got like $7,000 worth of bike there, so you ain't gonna, you know, I ain't gonna outgas them. I've not got more power than they have. I can have the same, but I'm not gonna beat them on worse equipment. So at least if I've got a decent bike and decent setup, which is what Canyon give us, then it's a level playing field really. Then it's all about the legs, so
yeah,
makes it fair then.
All about the legs.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so we're 20 minutes in. We're kind of, the whole group's kind of broken apart a bit. At the front, if we could just try and bring it down a little. The idea was 2.5 watts per kilo. I see some 4s. See if we can just tap out 2.5, guys. Because I want to see how hopeless I am against you in the little race at the end. It's all been pretty flat at the moment, but I'm back here on my own with G. Jones from Wales. Say hi to G. Let's drop the watts to 2.5 for the next 25. Thank you, Harry. I'll see if I can get back on. Yeah, about 40 seconds. Let's see if we can get back on. Bit of an effort. So Ryan's kind of bridging, aren't you? What about you, Rory? You're just on the front. So that's Louis Rose Davis, Canyon-Eisberg rider. He's only young, but the guys were telling me yesterday he's pretty fearless. So he's on the front, casually controlling proceedings. You guys plan to race Harry or just watch the show?
Oh, we're racing.
We're racing at the end. That's the idea. Right, so let's go and talk to Rory then over here. Rory, let's talk about your journey to professional cycling. Tell us what you went through.
Well, I've been doing it for a while. Even though like one of the younger guys on the team, like, been around for a lot longer than say like Matt Knoll, for example, or started in triathlon. It was like, and then it's just like one of these things, like cycling came most naturally. That's kind of what I did, enjoyed it. And then I went to uni, and it was sort of like, so when I went to uni it really took off. I was already with Tim in sort of the previous incarnation of the squad, and I had a year out with glandular fever, and then after that I sort of got back into it, and everything just started going real well. Like, just started getting better and better. Just sort of made like quite a steady progress. Like, was good in the crits a couple of years ago, and then become more of a road focus now. So won the national series last year, and that was really good. And this year's been like really hard, like injury struck. Yeah, broke my collarbone and ruptured the ligaments in my wrist as well. But I'm feeling sort of better and better all the time now, and it's a good time to do it as well. So
what have been your career highlights?
Sorry?
Career highlights for you?
Yeah, like winning national series last year was pretty good. I won the Sprints Jersey and Tour Series a couple of years ago, which was nice. We did some really cool stuff at the back end of last year, like Harry and me racing in China and Kazakhstan, and we really cleared up out there. We're racing some good guys. We were on the podium with like Jakub Fuglsang and like Alexei Luchenko, and it was cool, like being in amongst that. So that was nice, yeah.
And do you notice a certain aura among the World Tour guys? They command a lot of respect.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but they earn it as well. Like, it's one of the things in a bunch. Like, you know, it's not necessarily like we're moving out of their way and giving them a red carpet, but you're kind of happy to let them through because, you know, like, it's a trusted will. So, yeah, you just respect them. There's no need to fear them. We're all there for the same reason. Like, we all want to win the bike race, but yeah, that's how it goes.
And what tips would you have for anyone looking to start racing?
Well, do as much as you can for one. Like when I was young, same as Max who we had last night, like we just do as much racing as possible. We used to go down and do Palmer Park on a Monday. You could do Hillingdon Tuesday, we could race an Aldershot Wednesday, time trial Thursday. Literally you could race every night of the week. and that's just what we used to do. Like no kid really likes training. I certainly didn't, so just raced all the time.
What do you do with all your non-cycling friends? You just sack them off?
No, like, yeah, I'm just big into my sport. Like, it's not just cycling. Like, if there's sport on the TV, I'll watch it. Like, big football fan, so I still hold like that sort of connection with like the lads I went to school with. Big into my rugby as well. So yeah, it's a whole other world. If you spend all your time like, you know, in and around cycling, like, just swallow you up. So
yeah,
it's good to keep your mind occupied with other things.
Cool. So we've had a question in from Bill, and he said, are those 2018 Wahoo kickers? I believe they are the 2018 models. So these are brand new from Wahoo. They've got the climb unit on the front. Now the climb unit simulates gradient changes, which is very cool. And it goes up and even down. And the latest product from Wahoo is the kicker headwind. Now that's a smart fan which you place in front of your trainer, and well, that simulates headwinds as well as keeping you as cool as possible while you're training. Now we actually tested one of these out a few weeks ago with Wahoo, and I have to say they're very cool indeed. What I really like about them is that the stream of air from the fan is very, very specific. So you're not wasting any, you can't even feel it here. It's right on you the whole time. So they're really, really cool. So Ryan, how important is it to have a tool like the Wahoo kicker to help you train?
It's very important. Like, you want to have as much of a road feel as you can, and to make to simulate the road. You don't want to be spinning too fast. You don't want to be spinning too low. You want to have everything just right. So to make everything the most out of the training.
And how often are you training at home, Ryan, on your trainer?
Maybe like, when it's off season, definitely maybe like twice, 3 times a week. In New Zealand, it's quite, the climate isn't the best for staying sunny all the time, so it's a lot of bad days. So yeah, definitely on the trainer and just punching up my efforts.
Yeah. So guys, if you're watching on the live stream, do you get in any questions you have for these guys? I've been dropped ages ago. I had a power outage, I'm just saying. But anyway, what we're going to do for the last 15 minutes is going to be an all-out race. So everyone who's on Zwift on the ride, just go full gas, see if you can keep up with these guys. What I'm going to do is ask for these 3 guys to drop back before the final 15 to see what it's like me versus them. In the meantime, greetings from Panama, guys. That's from Herman Gomez. Tracy Schneider, sprint finish, question mark. Yes, there will be a sprint finish. Definitely. Get ready. Last 15 minutes, we'll go all out. Alex says, who's up for a beer after this? Anyone? Ryan's up for a beer. Or what about a nice glass of iceberg wine? So we've got some questions coming in, guys. Here's an interesting one. Who's the best rider at Canyon-Eisberg? Silence.
Apparently Harry. Harry's on his flat anyway.
Harry, what's your answer?
Rory's the best sprinter, or maybe Charles, I don't know. I'm the best in TTs. Ryan's probably one of the best climbers. Matt's probably one of the best climbers. I don't know, we've got a full team of, depends what you mean by the best. Like, it's a very general term. I don't want to slag off the questions, but I would I'd probably say there's 8 guys on the team that are the best at different things. So, yeah, everyone has their strengths.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest joker?
Yeah, Rory then. He loves to pull a prank, or he loves to take a photo when you're not looking and post it on the group chat, and always taking fun of everyone.
So that's Rory right here. Rory, why are you such a joker?
I don't know. Don't know. The lads just set them up for me, don't they? So.
Have you always been a joker growing up?
I don't know really, like, I suppose so, yeah. Just trying to have a bit of fun, like, can't all be serious when we're out riding, like, obviously cycling's one of the sports as well, you can be going along, just having a chat with your mates, so it's a more social sport than, you know, any other that I've done, so yeah, we just have a bit of a laugh.
What about the worst fashion sense on the team?
Charles Page.
Charles Page.
Oh my
okay.
God, he pulls some absolutely terrible ones out.
Isn't Charles Page one of the younger guys?
Yeah.
And
he ain't learnt yet, he hasn't learnt.
So what's wrong with his outfit?
Oh, well, personal favourite would be the sliders and socks. Right. He wears his little trainer socks with sliders. That's pretty bad.
So that's kind of like pro footballers, don't they do that?
Don't know. And then he's got his white glasses as well, which are a bit puff daddy as well. But yeah, don't know. Harry pulls some pretty interesting swim shorts out every now and then, don't you, mate?
I mean, I've got some sharks on now.
Yeah, he's got his sharky swim shorts on.
Very good, interesting. What are your guys' thoughts on cycling fashion? Massive glasses seem to be super popular at the moment.
Massive
glasses.
Really?
What do you reckon? Are you into those?
I don't know, like, I quite like a classic pair, like, yeah, I don't know.
You like
I'll always wear a pair of glasses, like, respect to any man who can pull off the helmet without glasses. John Cena obviously do it pretty well.
Yeah. What about sock length, Rory?
Well, I'll go out, if it's hot enough, I'll go out with no socks. I was born a triathlete and I moved far away from it, so, and then I'm not into tan lines, like, they just don't do anything for me. Obviously Charles, for people, he absolutely loves the tan line, but no, I'm not about that. So
Tan lines are the enemy.
no, yeah, not having that. They might look good in the change room after a bike race, but that's about it. And well, there's no chicks going to see you there, are they?
So let's get on to some other questions, guys. What's your favorite climb in the world? Ryan?
I'm just trying to think. There's a climb that we did in Italy last year. I think it was it's called Monte Seta climb. Well, Monte Seta was the village at the top of the hill, and Alex Swift is on the TV at the moment racing with us. We used to have the Strava attempts up. It's about, I can't remember, like 25-minute, 30-minute effort. It's a perfect for FTP and a little bit more, so that was pretty fun.
So whereabouts is that in Italy?
Bologna, we lived in a place called in Cecina, which is just south of Pisa. It's a leaning tower of Pisa. Yeah. It's just a little bit inland, so yeah.
Very nice. What about you, Harry? What's your favourite climb?
Yeah, anything not over 5%. Called don't remember. Yeah, I probably was. Didn't know where I was. Calder Rats in Spain's pretty nice. I don't mind a bit of Box Hill now. I'm, you know, been living down south for 3 days, so getting accustomed to the local training ground of Rory and Louis and Ryan's training road. So yeah, something short and punchy like Box Hill, because I can go out the back and then get on the descent. So
on the big alpine climbs, you're not a fan?
I just don't go there. Anything over 5 minutes is potentially a write-off. I mean, I did go over a 10-minute climb actually in the Tour of Britain, but it was dead chilled. It depends what it is in the race. You know, if the peloton are just cruising up it, then I can go with that. But if they want to race up it, then see you later, lads. Yeah.
How about, what's your favourite country to ride in? Is it Yorkshire for you, Harry, or is it France, Spain, Italy?
I mean, Spain's pretty good in the winter. Do enjoy riding there, around Denia and around there. But where else I go riding? Australia's pretty nice. But you just get loads of abuse off car drivers, so.
Right.
I mean, you do that, you get that in England, so. Yeah, probably Spain, just because in the winter time it's like just pure pro training camp around Denia. And
where do you head out to? Do you go to sort of Girona area?
No, like near the airport, near Alicante.
Right.
Yeah, the south end, like basically either 50k or like within 100k of Alicante airport, either towards Murcia or towards Denia and Calpe and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty standard for every cyclist really. Yeah, in villas around there. Good roads, so yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Now we've had a question in from Jonathan Mills Keeling. Are you guys looking forward to Saturday night?
Yeah, Newport Nocturne. I've never actually done it before. I've only heard things about the race, and yeah, it's a great race to be fair, from what I've heard. So yeah, well up for that. Really looking forward to it. Like I say, never done it before. Quite a good field. Looks like some really cool races going on. They've got like a 1 lap sprint event where there's 3 qualifying heats and then a final, and then before like our race in the evening, which doesn't finish till 10, so it literally is nocturne. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good.
Very good. Right, guys. So Rory, Ryan, and Harry, can you just almost stop and wait for me?
Almost stop.
Yeah. So we want the final 15 minutes to try and ride together.
How far up the back is it?
I'm quite far back.
2k. What, you're saying you're going to sit on us and we're going to bridge you across the gap?
No bridging. Just,
Are we racing just us 3?
we'll try and race just us 4. All right?
Well, the group ride's like that.
And then the other Canyon-Eisberg guys.
What are you telling everyone to drop next if they want to have a race with us?
If you want to have a race, guys, just drop back. But we're going to have to chill for a little bit. So where are we? We're 39 minutes in. Yeah, so Rory's pulled up a bit. I'll try and put a bit of effort in. Al says, can I have one of their bikes when they're done? Al, they're for sale at the end of the year, apparently. All yours. So we're just trying to get back on it a bit. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, guys, for a bit. No. 72 it should be.
I have a question for Ryan. Ryan's our new teammate, relatively speaking, this year, so I was wondering what's it like riding with us now instead of how does this team compare to any other team you've been on?
The Canyon-Eisberg is just a well set up team with a lot of racing. Like I've never had back-to-back races and 3 or 4 races during a week, so it's been a privilege to sign and to move across. Like my old team, Oliver's, they've shaped me into who I am with 2.5 years with them. So it's been a good time with them, and they've kind of like brought me up from first year under 23, and then it's kind of like the next stage, the next step to bigger, better things, really.
Fine.
How far do you have to go to catch up? 3 minutes? 1.5K. 2 minutes 41.
I think my trainer's broke.
So Harry, we're going to see you racing Tim at the end of this.
I don't know, I might try and make him lead it out. He's got a good kick actually, so I'm not going to take him to the line. Yeah, I'm not going to take him to the line. Should have been paying more attention to the course. What's the, there's a few little downhills where I could, yeah, maybe hit him on the descent, like. Yeah. Does the slipstreaming, is it realistic? Like when you're going faster, do you get more slipstream? Oh no, yeah, but like when you're going at 40k an hour, are you getting less slipstream effect than when you're doing 60k? Or is it like slipstream on or off? Is that me right now at the back? Yeah. Oh man, I got a red bike.
You have to do an actual sprint.
Where's my cassette? Do I have a 32? I haven't got a cassette. Oh man.
Okay, just wait. There you go. Race time. I am spent already. Wait for me. Who's joining up with me? Rory, you're my. Can you be my lead out?
Yeah, he's got his weight at 40 kilos.
Okay, there's some friends. I'm ahead of Rory. So here we go. Real time with the pros. The first 45 minutes probably wasn't a good idea. So right now, I'm 290. That's my FTP. Close the gap. Close the gap. Come on. There we go. Back one. Just. A bunch of 4 of us here. Ah. Trying to keep the cadence up. 88, 90 RPM at the moment. There we go. Someone's doing 7 watts per kilo at the front. I'm in danger. We're getting spat. I lasted 4 minutes. They're laughing at me. So, my excuse is I'm riding Eric Min's bike. So Eric is Zwift CEO. Eric, I think there's something wrong with this. Seriously. That was really hard. So I guess to try and put that into perspective, I kind of class myself as like a good Sunday rider. If you're into power and stuff like that, my FTP is 290 and 72 kilos. Thing is, as soon as these guys got away 6 minutes into the race, you're done. There's no way you can bridge across unless you can hold sort of 380, 400 for 4 or 5 minutes, and I can't right now. So it kind of shows just how much stronger these guys are, really. Rory, surely there was a time when you were more at my sort of level.
Yeah,
when you
well,
were like 12.
well, obviously, like, you know, we're a step above having, you know, not having anything else to do. So this is a full-time job for pretty much all of us. Like, we have a bit of uni and stuff like that. We just exchange nights out for early mornings, and that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, when I first got into it, yeah, I wasn't much good. In fact, it wasn't until I had glandular fever, like I was talking about earlier. Had a year out and then came back to it. So I really started pressing on. Like, Harry's a year older than me, and he was always so much better than me when we were young. So
talking about power, what sort of range are you kind of comfortable just spinning for quite a long time at? Is it sort of mid 300s, something like that?
Sorry?
Mid 300s, something like that?
I certainly could, yeah, certainly will. I mean, we've done a couple races this year, like we did a race in Belgium like a week or so ago, and I was in the breakaway there for the day, and that was about, I think I averaged, something like 330, 350 for 4 hours there.
For 4 hours?
But obviously that is like an extreme example. Like, it's not often you're in a situation that requires you to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think like me and Harry, like slightly heavier riders, you know, we're able to sit at like 400 watts for an extended period. But, you know.
What's your
doing that now?
What's your race weight then, Rory? Your preferred race weight?
I'm lighter than I have been right now. So I'm down at 73 and a half at the minute, which is pretty handy for me. So yeah, I've been 2 years ago. I was up as high as 80. I was a different rider back then. A lot more just like a sprint specialist as such, but I don't know. I suppose I've got a broader skill set these days.
Right then, so what's going on at the front, guys? Who's in the lead? Harry's doing 480. He's got his head down. I think Harry's off the front, isn't he?
I can't ride them off the wheel.
He's saying he can't ride them off the wheel. Who's in second and third? He's just been passed. He's in the lead. He's in the hurt house. There's quite a lot of sweat there. Where are you, Ryan?
I dropped back for you, but I'll lift you.
That old chestnut, okay. And then Rory tried to do a job for me. Rory's down in 27th. I think his race is run. It's all happening at the front though. Harry's in second. Who's it between at the front? Ryan, tell us what's going on up there.
Harry's fisting himself. He thinks he's all hero in Zwift game, but he's really not. Can't ride people off his wheel. And everyone's just sitting on Harry. Everyone loves it. It's like a free turn to finish line, really.
Mate, still 6 minutes left.
There's still 6 minutes to go.
Harry's
He's gone too deep.
To pull the parachute.
Harry, this is excellent training for the Tour of Britain. This could be you out front. In the
4 hours today.
yeah, now there is a very interesting stage this year at the Tour of Britain. Stage 5 is a team time trial. It's the first team time trial Tour of Britain has ever had, I think. And it's in the Lake District, so super hilly. And it looks like if Harry can maybe sit at the front of that Canyon-Eisberg team time trial, they could do quite well. He's certainly getting the training in at the moment.
Harry needs to sit in the wheels and then whack them hard.
So it looks like this is turning into just as hard a ride as yesterday for the Canyon-Eisberg guys.
Yeah. Harder.
Harder, according to Harry. It's all going off. So who is the Danish chap at the front? He's just a Zwifter.
Sorry, pro.
Harry reckons he could be a pro because he's
hooked at the pitch.
Harry said he's taking the mickey a bit. But Harry's still holding out up front. How long's left then, guys? You've only got
3 minutes 44.
3 minutes 44.
Yeah, so Phillips is he's quite renowned on Zwift. Does a lot of Zwift races, pretty good. Yeah. S. Young, I've heard of him before. A lot of these guys are from Innovation cycling teams, so pro Zwifters really. Harry just doesn't know how to draft.
No, I ain't been on Zwift today for 90 days. And I've never tried to do a race either.
Never cried.
Harry, we interviewed you a while back and you said you have pages and pages of KOMs on Strava.
Do I?
That's what you said.
Alright.
Very nonchalantly.
Maybe.
Harry's going to get rolled, yeah.
And it's really showing now, see? He's taking it to the pro Zwifter and he's still out front. All of us, I think, so I'm 29th out of 63. But the real action is obviously up the road. Rory's kind of in no man's land as well, as is Ryan. Now we're coming towards the end here. 2 minutes 50 left, guys. Harry, I think it's time you put in a bit of effort.
I just did 10-minute pull on the front, like 400 watts riding back that Mortensen.
2 minutes left, I'm saying. 3 round pizza.
Oh man, he's cheating.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Mortensen's gone.
Attacking you. Go. Go on.
Man, he's doing 11 watts per
How's
kilo.
Harry going to respond?
Go, he's put on sprint. You go then, what, you know?
Commonwealth Games silver medalist in the time trial. Go on, Harry.
Mate, Charlie would shot that easy.
Harry's now at the front. Go on, Harry, head down, come on.
Where are these all getting these lightweight things?
Think about the Tour de Yorkshire win. That breakaway you were in.
I didn't get round.
Come on. You're only a minute 58 out.
That guy ain't done 4 hours this morning.
The world's press is waiting for you at the finish line.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
It's super tight at the front. This is going to come down to the wire. Harry's doing 500 watts. Has he got anything left for the sprint? That is the question. He's gone. He's got a little gap now. 5. Oh, it's bunched up again. Harry's losing a couple of wheels. Come on, Harry.
You're on the downhill now, mate.
You're on the downhill. Keep it there. There's a minute and 10 seconds left. A minute. Harry's in 4th. 14 seconds left, 13 seconds left, 10 seconds left, guys. Go on, Harry. Is it done? Ah. Just. He picked to the line. So first place was first place. Harry is absolutely spent. We should get a close up on Harry right there. I think, well, it's already on a close up. That's what it feels like. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it for today, guys. That was quite fun. I was a mess, but definitely some very solid training in there. So I think that's about it for tonight. Canyon-Eisberg will be at the Tour of Britain on the 2nd of September. You should definitely check these guys out. It should be a really cool race. Today there was some news that Garrett Thomas and Chris Froome will be racing, along with a host of other World Tour teams. and the likes of Rory, Ryan, and Harry from Canyon-Eisberg. So see you then.